Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Pharma Dreamers. This is Arijit Das Gupta. Today's discussion will be on a commonly used practice known as data integrity, described by all regulators in life science industry globally. However, it is required to be followed by all organizations across all fields for business continuity. Therefore, like in my previous topic of quality culture and quality management system where I use the term sophisticated, I shall use the same term sophisticated in this topic of data integrity. The reason why I called sophisticated topic, as in spite of an organization having robust facility, system and process, it is the behavior of employee from top to bottom of the organization who demonstrate that whether the generated data are reliable or not, whether the generated data are truthful and trustworthy or not. That's why I use the word sophisticated. And in continuation to this introduction, data integrity starts with you, me, and we. Means all the person working in an organization from top management to bottom level are equally responsible to maintain the data in integrated form. Okay, to maintain the data in reliable form, to maintain the data in trustworthy form. For data integrity, it requires continuous perseverance, attention, and continuous work from all the employees, that is from top management to bottom level, so as to maintain the data in integrated form. I hope you can understand that why I had used the word sophisticated previously for data integrity topic. Now, what is integrity in the term data integrity? Integrity means quality of being honest and having strong moral principles that you refuse to change for doing wrong things. Integrity means doing it right when no one is looking at us. From this slide, we can understand that what is the meaning of integrity. Integrity is an essential behavioral attributes to be followed and maintained by all employees working in an organization. In continuation to the meaning of integrity in my previous slide, integrity depends upon various behavioral attributes of employees working in an organization, such as sincerity, code, trust, ethics, principles, values, truthfulness, approach towards the vision of the organization, culture. It depends upon how the top management people behave and the reliability. Okay, so these are the behavioral attributes of employees working in an organization which determine integrity. After discussion about the meaning of integrity and various behavioral attributes of employees which determine the extent of integrity available in an organization, the meaning of data or definition of data will be discussed in this slide. As per MHRA guideline published in the year 2015, data can be defined as information derived or obtained from raw data. In the year 2018, MHRA modified the definition of data as facts, figures, and statistics collected together for reference or analysis. Data can be either electronic or paper-based or hybrid, which utilizes both paper-based form and electronic form. It includes initial data generation and recording through processing, including transformation or migration, use, retention, archiving, retrieval, and destruction. Means all the data generated across the life cycle of data and life cycle of product can be included in the definition of data. Electronic information include everything such as emails, adverse event report, complaints, batch record and quality control record, everything that is sorted electronically. So this is about the definition of data. After discussion about those two words, data and integrity, we will discuss about data integrity in this slide. Data integrity is the degree to which data are complete, consistent, accurate, trustworthy, reliable, and that these characteristics of data are maintained throughout the life cycle of data and life cycle of product. Data should be collected and maintained in a secure manner so that they are attributable, means all the generated data should be attributed to the person who is performing the activity or generating the data. Legible means generated data should be legible, they should be readable, contemporaneously recorded. Data should be recorded at the time the work activity is being done by the doer. Original means data should be recorded in its original copy or its true copy. Recorded data should be accurate, it should be free from all error. So this is about data integrity, which determine that whether they are attributable, legible, contemporaneously recorded, original, and accurate. Quality of data depend upon various attributes. The first one is integrity, which determine the extent to which the data are reliable, truthful, and trustworthy. Consistency means all the generated data must be recorded chronologically in the order the activity was performed. Accuracy means all the generated data must be free from all errors. It should be accurate. Validity means all the generated data and result should be within the specification limit and acceptance criteria as given in this respective protocol or standard test procedure. Completeness means all the data should be available. Nothing has been deleted. Timeliness means data should be available throughout the life cycle of data or product. So these are the attributes which determine that the data is of high quality or not. As per MHRA guideline published in the year 2015, raw data can be defined as original record and documentation written in the format in which they were originally generated, that is paper or electronic or as a true copy. Whereas as per GAM5 guideline published by International Society for Pharmaceutical Engineering, metadata can be defined as the one which provide the contextual information required to understand those data. Typically, these are data that describe the structure, data elements, interrelationships, and other characteristics of the data record. They also permit data to be attributable to an individual. For example, in an electronic data record, the employee ID mentioned in the generated data determine that which person has done the activity, right? For example, in case we write a number in a piece of paper, the number can't determine or can't show that whether it is related to weight or volume unless and until we mention unit with respect to that number. For example, if I am writing 1 mg, then we can say that the uh, data represent the weight. Okay, so mg represent the metadata for the number 1. Okay, so this is about metadata which determine the contextual information required to understand those data. Means the unit can be known as the metadata. Okay, or the employee ID can be known as metadata, which show or determine that which person has done the activity. I hope you can understand the meaning of raw data and metadata. Now about static record format and dynamic record format. From the definition itself, you can assume that the static record format are one which remain rigid, which cannot be moved, and dynamic record format is the one which is movable, which can be changed. For example, dynamic record format can be found in electronic record that allow an interactive relationship between the user and the record content. For example, any chromatographic record maintained as electronic record where the user can reprocess the data. Okay, he can set the baseline so that the integration can be done properly and clearly. And once the integration parameter were set and the chromatography records were saved in the software, then the chromatography record loses all the capability of being reprocessed and it remain in static form of PDF version or in printed paper. Then in such cases the paper or electronic image can be known as static record format. I hope you can understand about the static record format and dynamic record format. About data governance, what is data governance? The sum total of arrangement to ensure that data, irrespective of the format in which it is generated, is recorded, processed, retained, and retrieved in order to ensure a complete, consistent, and accurate record throughout the life cycle of data or life cycle of product. From this diagram, you can clearly understand that what is the meaning of data governance. From the here it is known as profile, means who will govern the data, who will generate the data. Define means what type of data to be generated. Monitor means how the data generation will be monitored. Measure means how the generated result or data can be measured. Standardize, the generated data should be available in a standardized format. All these things refer to the data governance policy. And data life cycle is nothing but all life phases in life cycle of data, from generation and recording through processing, including analysis, transformation, or migration, use, data retention, archival, retrieval, and destruction. From this diagram itself you can understand about the life cycle of data. Means from the creation phase to the destruction phase. Okay, how you create the data, how it was processed, how it was used, how the data is transferred from one location to another location, where it is stored, how the data can be shared, how the data can be archived, and after the life cycle of data or product, whether the data can be destroyed or not. We need to mention the procedure of destruction in the life cycle of data management SOP. So this is about the life cycle of data and governance of data. I hope you can understand these two terminology, data governance and data life cycle. In any GXP computer system, a robust audit trail should be present. Audit trail is a secure, computer-generated, time-stamped electronic record that allow for reconstruction of events relating to creation, modification, or deletion of an electronic record. Audit trail shall capture who performed the activity, when the activity was performed, what type of activity was performed, and sometimes why the activity was performed or the record was generated. For example, in the audit trail of an HPLC, it should capture username, date and time of run, integration parameters used, details of reprocessing or processing. Audit trail shall capture overwriting, aborted runs, testing into compliance results, deleting, backdating, and alteration of data, if any. Audit trail should also always be in read-only mode. It shall never be deleted by the user department. In GMP, audit trail is subjected to periodic review by quality unit, where assessment of following points shall be verified in the chromatography data saved in the application software. Verification points include whether any unprocessed sample or injections are present or not, whether any reprocessed sample or injections are present or not. If reprocessed samples or injections are present, then quality unit should verify that whether the user department has taken prior approval from quality unit or not, whether any injections were made in a single mode, uh, that is, whether any injections were made or analyzed outside of the sample set. Okay, whether any sample was aborted, and if the sample was aborted, then the reason should be mentioned clearly in the audit trail. Whether any sample was altered, if the sample was altered, then also the reason should be mentioned in the audit trail. Whether any integration parameters were found as to be manually done by the user department. In case any integration is done manually, then prior approval from the quality unit should be taken. Whether any results are found unsigned by the analyst and by the reviewer whether any sample set was unlocked after the sample set is locked, and finalization whether any channel is found unlocked, whether any custom field is found deleted, whether any channel is found deleted, whether any injection is found deleted, whether any sample set is found deleted, whether any calibration is found deleted, whether any result is found deleted, whether any result sets are found deleted, sample sets which are not executed but prepared in the application software. All these points should be verified by the quality unit during periodic review of the audit trail. Okay, I hope you can understand about the audit trail periodic review by the quality unit. Objective of data integrity is that data integrity ensure patient safety and maintaining quality, safety and efficacy of drug product. And as I have told earlier, integrity of data depend upon the integrity of employee working in an organization from top to bottom level. So this is about the objectivity of data integrity and its significance in life science industry. Now, about data integrity issues. Data integrity issues can only occur if bad practices are followed by the employees working in an organization. This diagram shows about few examples of bad practices done by the employees working in an organization in a life science industry. Okay. Now, common data integrity issues in life science industry: destruction of data or record without recording. Okay, then data manipulation of data is being done, sharing of username and password, no computer system control is available, means any individual can log into the system, there is no system of any user id and password. Backdated of documentation means data are not recorded contemporaneously. Incomplete data means any data can be deleted. Improper data backup system means CSB is not performed. So data backup is not being done by the IT department. Cyber security issues. Okay, audit trail is turned off so that it cannot capture any detail. Lack of knowledge of the employee working in the organization. This lack of knowledge can occur to the top management people also and to the employee working in the bench level. So these are the common data integrity issues. After discussion about various bad practices which lead to data integrity issues, in this slide we will discuss about the factors responsible for data integrity issues. The first one is innocent, means where the employee is unaware of the consequences of their act which lead to data integrity issues. The second one is carelessness, negligence or ignorance, where the employee may or may not be aware of the consequences which lead to data integrity issues. The third one is intentional or malicious. This is the most dangerous one, where the employee is doing intentionally or deliberately so that data integrity issues can occur. So these are the factors which lead to data integrity issues by the employees working in an organization. Now about causes of data integrity breaches. The first one is falsification or fabrication of data, means modification or alteration of data. Analysis not performed but result reported. Okay, this lead to falsification or fabrication of data. Dishonesty and malicious behavior by the employees, they do the act intentionally or deliberately so as so that data integrity issues can occur. Hiding the failed result may also lead to data integrity issues. Bad practices adopted by employee, which might be due to historical practice, means they are doing this practice of data integrity issues for a long time, and shortcuts adopted by the employees. So these are the factors which lead to data integrity breaches. I hope you can understand that what are the do's and don'ts about the data integrity and data integrity issues. After discussion about data integrity issues and common factors which lead to data integrity issues, US FDA findings related to data integrity issues are backdating, postdating, missing or mismatching of signatures by employees working in an organization, data manipulation or data falsification, copying existing data as new data, not saving actual electronic or deleting electronic data after printing the chromatograms. When it can occur when the user has the privilege to delete the data. Okay, no CSV is performed. Disposing original hard copies, not reporting of failures and deviations, selection of good or passing results, that is excursion of poor or failing results. Releasing the failing product means when there is lack of review system, hiding, obscuring, withholding critical information related to the product or related to the activity performed, mismatch between the reported data and actual data, recording data before or after actual time. When the employee is not recording the activity contemporaneously, okay, this may lead to this finding by FDA, recording the data, recording the data or reading without visiting the equipment and analyzing means analysis is not performed, only data is being reported in the test data sheet. Signing for someone else, okay, means when the person who is responsible for performing the activity is not signing, the other person is signing on behalf of that person. It might be due to on urgent basis of releasing the batch or when the person who is responsible for performing the activity is absent in the organization. Password sharing or use of common password, this might be due to lack of CSB activity performed by the organization or due to cultural issue in an organization. Work done by other person but signing done by actual person, which lead to issues which can cause data not to be attributable, use of non-validated application software or Excel spreadsheet, disabling audit trail in electronic data capture system, which uh, can occur when the CSB activity or computer system validation activity is not performed by the organization, conducting unofficial analysis, rerunning samples and tests till we get the passing result, discarding, omitting or deleting negative data such as out of specification result or laboratory incident results, having unofficial batch sheets or test data sheets where the employee is not recording the data in the original copy can lead to FDA finding related to data integrity issues. So these are the common data integrity issues noticed by the US FDA regulatory authority. Now about reason for data integrity issues. As I have already told that issues related to data integrity is due to behavioral attributes of employees working in an organization or culture adopted by an organization. Various reasons which lead to integrity issues of data are fear of personal failure from supervisor, where the employee is afraid to report the failing result when the supervisor will will going to scold the employee. Okay, when there is a blame culture, pressure of releasing product or meet the timeline, then also data integrity issues can occur. Employees will not do the work thoroughly, they will try to adapt shortcuts so that the product can be released within the timeline. Shift change, want to go early, lethargy, trusting or self belief that all will be okay, or multitasking of employee. Okay, miss to document online, person or subject matter expert is not available, incompetent or untrained employees is available. These lead to awareness issues of the activity to be performed. Okay, it can also lead to integrity issues. To improve the perception about data integrity and consequences of data integrity issues. Tale of two companies are mentioned here. Company A has a wild culture. Okay, it don't want to follow the requirements which can ensure the data to be integrated. In company A, no instrument or equipment are qualified or calibrated. No computer system validation was performed on Class C analytical instruments. No adherence to 21 CFR Part 11 for electronic record and electronic signature. Company A didn't use certified standard for calibrating instruments or equipments. Few SOP are available as a part of control in the lab activity. Lack of personal training, which lead to lack of awareness among the employee working in that organization. Poor review of lab notebooks, that is lack of review system by the quality unit in that company A, not following QMS procedure like change control, lab incident, deviation, etc. No internal audit is being performed by the quality unit of that company A. Now, due to this situation, the results which are inevitable to occur is culture of chaos. All lab personnel had system admin right. That is, if there is no control available, no CSB activities performed, then all the user or all the employee from bottom, that is from dual level, have the right to alter the data, to modify the data, to delete the data. Data generated would not be reproducible. Data from uncontrolled lab environment will ultimately went to a regulatory authority, that is FDA or other authority, for NDA submission or for ANDA submission. New drug development was found suspect by the FDA or applicable drug regulatory authorities. Upon the review of the data submitted to them, repeat testing performed without actual root cause analysis and kappa which guarantee similar incident to reoccur in the future. Now, as QMS procedure is not followed, then repeat testing will be performed without actual root cause analysis and proposal and implementation of kappa, which would guarantee that the similar incident would occur again. Okay, so repeat testing will go on again and again, and this would lead to increase in the business cost. FDA deemed all activity from early development to commercial distribution stage as unreliable. It disapproved all the generated data. Cost to company, both money and time. As it is been discussed that due to lack of control, as the QMS system is not followed, repeat analysis is going to happen again and again, which lead to wastage of money and time. Okay, so I hope you can understand about the company A situation, where the company A has a wild culture. Okay, the culture is not appropriate to ensure data to be integrated. Now about company B, where it ran its lab through fully GMP or GLP environment. In company B, all the available instrument and equipment are qualified or calibrated. Computer system validation was performed on available Class C analytical instruments in Company B. Requirements of 21 CFR Part 11 related to electronic record and electronic signature are considered by the Company B. Certified standards are available and used for calibration of instruments or equipment. Sufficient SOPs are available and maintained for better lab control. Procedure for personal training is available. Employees are trained prior to performing their activity. Okay, so that employee can be more skilled, more aware of the requirements. Proper review of lab notebooks is available. There is a robust review system by the quality unit of company B. QMS procedure like change control, lab incident, deviation, etc. is being followed strictly by company B. Procedure for internal audit is available and followed by quality unit of company B. Now, due to this listed situation, the result which will definitely occur is culture of quality. Data produced or generated would be reproducible. It developed and validate robust methods and transferred to QC successfully. All generated data could be submitted to FDA or applicable regulatory authority with confidence. Repeat testing performed after investigation to find out actual root cause and kappa, which lead to prevention in similar incident to reoccur in future due to robust QMS system in company B. Successfully passed FDA inspection. Now, due to this listed situation, the ultimate result is what? That the company B will successfully pass the FDA or applicable regulatory inspections. Improvement in company image, reputation, and business. So, when the FDA inspection or other regulatory inspection is successfully passed, then it lead to improvement in company image, reputation, and business. So, I hope why we require data integrity, so that company image, its reputation and business can be improved for long run. Now, is data integrity issue specific to any country or region? No, my friend, data integrity issue is not specific to any country or region. Actually, data integrity issue can occur globally. Okay, it is a global issue. From this mentioned graph, you can know why the data integrity issue is a global issue. As organizations in most of the country has issues related to data integrity, and it is being observed by the FDA or other applicable regulatory authority upon inspection. Data integrity issues can lead to issue of Form 483 or warning letter by US FDA or other applicable regulatory authority on its audit observation, imposing import alert from product to be marketed in the applicable country. These integrity issues or data integrity issues can lead to crush of image of company, crush of reputation of company, and ultimately lead to business loss. The data integrity issues can also lead to loss of credibility and trust from regulators and applicable customers. Data integrity issues can lead to recall of product from the market. And ultimately, from these above mentioned consequences, it lead to loss of business and loss of money, which lead to the inevitable loss of job for employees working in an organization. So these are the consequences of data integrity issues, which can lead to ultimately loss of job for employees working in an organization. So this is why data integrity requirements should be followed strictly by all employees from top to bottom of an organization, so that these consequences can be avoided. Data integrity requirements depend upon various factors. The first most factor, as I have told, is the culture of the organization. That is approach and policy of organization towards data integrity and its requirements taught by the seniors and supervisor. That is policy or approach taken by the senior management people towards the requirements of data integrity. Employee awareness, that whether the employee working in the organization is aware for various requirements related to data integrity or not. So these are the few factors which lead to the data to be known as data integrity generated in an organization. As a part of data integrity measures, we need to implement and maintain various control apart from behavioral attributes of employees, so that the various gaps can be identified and remedial action can be taken based upon those identified gaps. Now, steps for maintaining data integrity: always validate input data, means we need to validate or qualified or calibrate all the instruments, all the equipments, all the processes. right? Implement access control. There should be a control to access into the system, and it can be achieved only by computer system validation activity. Means user should not able to log into the system without user id or password. All the password or user id should be unique to an individual. It should not be shared by other individual. Okay, keep an audit trail. There should be a robust audit trail in the system so that it can log all the details from login to logout from the system. Adopting security based practices, data security practices like cyber security practices can be implemented so that integrity of data can be maintained. Educate workforce. The employees working in the organization should be trained properly so that they can become aware of the requirements for data to be maintained as a integrated data. Available regulatory guidelines which states about data integrity are application integrity policy, fraud, untrue statement of material facts, bribery and illegal gratuities stated by FDA in September 1991. Data integrity and compliance with CGMP, published by FDA in April 2016. GXP data integrity guidance and definitions, published by MHRA in March 2018. Good data and record management practices, published by WHO in September 2015. PEAKS guidance related to good practices for data management and integrity in regulated GMP oblique GDP environments, that is good manufacturing and good distribution practices environments, published in November 2018. EMA guidance for questions and answers related to data integrity, published in August 2016. So these are the available regulatory guideline which talks about data integrity and its requirements. In continuation to the definition of data integrity stated by MHRA in my previous slide, this slide will describe about definition and guidance about data integrity requirements provided by MHRA in detail. Data integrity as per MHRA is the extent to which all the data are complete, consistent and accurate throughout the life cycle of data or life cycle of product. Handwritten entries should be made in a clear and legible form, and it can be ensured by the use of indelible ink by the user at the time of recording the data. Records should be made or completed at the time each action is taken. Means records should be made at the time the work is performed. Means online documentation should be there, and in such a way that all the significant activities concerning the manufacture of medicinal products are traceable. Means all the recorded data should be readable. There should be a system so that the record can be made traceable throughout the life cycle of data or life cycle of product. Any alteration made to the entry on a document should be signed and dated. Alteration should permit reading of original information. Where appropriate, the reason for alteration should be recorded. In case any error is made, then the error should be struck off with a single horizontal line so that the original record can be readable, and proper justification should be given about the error. So this is about the data integrity definition and requirement set forth by MHRA in detail. I hope you can understand about the guidance of data integrity given by MHRA. Now, data integrity requirements related to US FDA is given as per ALCOA Plus principle, and the requirements of ALCOA Plus and data integrity is given in 21 CFR Part 11 guideline. Okay, ALCOA Plus, in ALCOA Plus, A stands for attributable, L stands for legible, C stands for contemporaneous, O stands for original, A stands for accurate. This is about ALCOA. Now about plus. In plus, stands for complete, the other C stands for consistent, then comes enduring, and the last one is available. Now about Alcoa Plus in detail. In Alcoa Plus, A stands for attributable, means all the generated data should be attributed to the person performing the activity. This can be achieved by initialing date and sign in manual paper record or by using a robust audit trail in the electronic form. Legible, L stands for legible, which means all the generated data record should be legible and readable, and this legibility can be ensured by the use of indelible ink to record the data. In case any error happened or any mistake happened during the recording the data, the erroneous data should be strike off by a single horizontal line, and the justification for the error made should be written by the doer. Contemporaneous means data should be documented at the time activity was performed, means online documentation should be done by the doer. Original means data should be recorded in the original certified copy, for example respective TDS in respective approved protocol. Accurate means all the generated data should be complete, consistent and correct. The generated data should be free from any error. In case any amendment should be made, then change control procedure should be followed for any amendment to the approved document. In plus, the first one is complete. Complete means all the data are available and nothing has been deleted. C stands for consistent. Consistent means all the generated data should be consistent with date and timestamp. Enduring means all the available data are available for an extended period of time, that is over 20 years or through the life cycle of product, and it can be only ensured if the data are recorded on controlled worksheet or validated system. Okay, and the last one is available, means all the data are available for review, audit, inspection throughout the life cycle of the data or the life cycle of the record. So this is about Alcoa Plus in detail. So friends, I hope this presentation would help to make us more aware about data integrity, its requirements and benefits. If you like this presentation, then please like and share this, and please subscribe for more information related to life science industry in my YouTube channel. Thank you and have a good day.